So we're getting the bikes all loaded up and headed to track for day 2 of some riding. And as we're driving, I see a sign and I notice that it says Lake Mills. And I immediately thought of the one person who's the reason I even know this town exists, the Bike Farmer. All right, I was going to track and I just happened to go through Lake Mills, and we all know who's in Lake Mills. If you don't know, the Bike Farmer is here. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna stop by a shop and see if we can run into him. Why not? I'm in the town anyway, I'm on my way to track. We might as well stop in here and see if we can run into him. I'm a little nervous. I'm nervous.
Really? Hello. Oh, what's this? We got a camera. I'm Andy.
Maddie. I have to admit, I was a little nervous, especially when I realized he didn't even know who I was at first. But we eventually caught up, and in a matter of just a few minutes, I guess we're dating.
BikeFarmer's digits.
Yeah.
Because we're dating now.
Hey, this is good content?
This is good content. This is how good content, this is content creation. Partnerships are made. Relationships forged in 5130 per mile.
Why did you go? Where is the touch? Where is the heart? Where is the love? ¿Por qué, mi amor? Why did you close your heart for me? Where is the hope? Where is the touch?
All right, we are inside Gibbs Bike Shop where the Bike Farmer does all his videos. Super cool to be in here. And I was wondering what Gibbs Bike Shop is, so you're going to have to tell me about that. But let's turn this camera around and see where he actually films his stuff. A little behind the scenes.
All right, guys, yeah, we are here in Gibbs Bike Shop. This is where I film most of the BikeFarmer videos right here. I got this window screen that's gray, and then I just took it over to the paint department and matched it up with the color and painted the wall here gray. Because the first videos, if you watch my old videos, the backgrounds are terrible. And this has just kind of been populated with stuff over time. Things that I've just collected. But most of the time, like when the bike shop is a bike shop, we do this. And then you have your typical, bike here, and then there's the workbench. But just to get the videos, I do it this way. But this here is the original Gibbs Bike Shop sign. So Gilbert Kirsten, when he was like 14 or something like that, he grew up on the farm that's just right here. This is the back barn building. And he started fixing bikes in 1933 in this spot and started Gibbs Bike Shop. And he lived here until 1990 when he died in 91 or something like that. So my mom got her first bike here in 1953. I got my first bike here in 1983. I named my son Gibson in 2007. And then 10 years later, right after I started the Bikemobile, this property came on the market and I reopened Gibbs Bike Shop in its original location. And so it's kind of like, this is the Lake Mills Bike Shop, and all the old timers around here remember getting their bikes here from Gibb. And now there's a million kids that have gotten bikes from me, and it's just, it's cool, small town stuff, But his name is Gilbert. I should have named my kid Gilbert instead of Gibson.
All right, I'm a fan of the channel too, so it's a couple questions I got that I know you'll probably want to know the answers to as well. We're going to see if we can get it out of them right now. All right, I got 2 questions for you. We got to talk about this Truth and Stand and Woody Charleston. So let's start with the Truth and Stand first. How did that come about?
So I guess, you got to go back 100 videos probably, a couple of years. But when I'd be truing wheels, that's when I would just start yapping. And I'd get frustrated or grumpy like I do. And then I'd just start ranting about some random crap. And somebody's like, oh, you call it the rant stand. And so I started calling it the rant stand. But then after the election and all that, and Truth Social and all how ridiculous everything is, I started calling it the truthing stand instead of the truing stand. It's play on words, but that's right here. And so this is like, you know, I made this wooden base, and this is just this is my first touring stand when I got into bikes on my own, and it's just greasy and filthy, and I really like it. I have nicer ones, but this is the one that I always use, just because I think it's got character. These are all the bike computers. I hate them, and I rip them off every bike I can. And these are all the magnets from the wheels. They just kind of pile up. And then, what was the other question you had?
Woody Charleston, what's going on with that?
So Woody Charleston, and I can't remember the video right now. I used to remember which video it was, but in the middle of the video, I was like struggling. I was either doing a chain or tires or something kind of on the ground, and I'm like, man, I need a chair. And I looked at my watch, and it was like 3:45, and then I Googled it quick, and the local thrift shop closed at 4. And I'm like, we're gonna go buy a chair. And I grabbed my iPhone and went to the thrift shop, and like I got yelled at for being in there like so close to, I mean, it was hilarious. But I bought 2 of these wooden chairs, and then, you know, came back, and it was just like, it made for good content, right? And so, I don't know, a couple videos later, there somebody in the comments said, you should name the chair Woody Charleston. And I'm like, that's hilarious. And then I was at the Chicago Bike Swap last winter, and a random dude came up and he's like, hey, BikeFarmer, my name's Bill Turner. I'm the guy that named Woody Charleston. So I got to actually meet the guy that named Woody Charleston. So you'll see him in the comments too. But there's Woody Charleston.
All right, I gotta do the honors. Oh, drop my tripod. All right. Oh, man, Woody Charleston, who would ever imagine this day would come? Oh, and I got some Behold. This is a big deal too, right? Behold.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the cheap stuff at my grocery store.
Do they still say, did Behold take over Pledge, or is Pledge still a thing?
No, you still can get Pledge. Yeah,
okay.
It's expensive to order from Amazon because shipping aerosol sucks.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I have to sit in Woody Charleston.
Nice.
Down Power Wash, baby. I'm just over here I'm in the toy store right now. This is funny. This is awesome. All right, let's go get tacos.
All right.
All right, we are headed to get some food. And I know you probably wondering, where all this taco money going? Well, I'm here to show you where your taco money actually goes. I'm doing all y'all's dirty work right now, showing y'all all the behind the scenes. So let's show you where this, I'm gonna let the BikeFarmer show you where the taco money goes. All right, so where are we?
We are here at El Mariachi, Mexican restaurant, and this is where we get the tacos campechanos, which I have been known to say are the best tacos on the planet. Probably even better than the tacos you get in Mexico. Although I've never really been to Mexico. I think I've been in like Tijuana for an hour, but nonetheless, these are the best tacos I've ever eaten. And so this is where all of the money that I get basically goes here. I have corn tortillas, please.
Okay.
I'll do just chicken quesadilla.
Thank you.
What'd you order again?
Menus, please.
I ordered tacos campechanos.
I got the little kids meal.
So this is the super hot mole salsa, pico, and beans. You're gonna get some good footage of me having these tacos make sweet, sweet love to the inside of my mouth. I'm gonna get a little pico in there. And now that's a properly built taco right there. Okay, we'll get you in on it. Come here. Oh yeah, take a good look at it. And then you just kind of have to free your mind, let yourself go, and open up to pleasure.
Is it what you expected?
Oh yeah. It's so good.
Now that we got our stomachs full, we can go on a bike ride. And I thought he was loaning me this bike, but he ended up gifting me this bike, and I really appreciate it. This is awesome.
All right, so this is a Trek 930. You've seen my videos on the 950, but this one came a few years later, so I'm guessing 1994-ish, probably, maybe 95. It's True Temper OX Comp 2 tubing, which is a double-butted chromoly, manufactured in the USA. I think this is one of the very last TIG welded, which means it was TIG welded around here with these little welds. One of the last TIG welded bikes made in Waterloo, just up the street here. It came with, I think this is, yeah, Shimano STX. So this is the original STX stuff. It's a 3x7 speed. It was their like middle of the range workhorse, just getting into the good stuff mountain bike drivetrain at the time. Some decent Shimano Alivio cantilever brakes that work pretty good enough for who it's for at least. These are brand new wheels on here that I put on because the wheels weren't matching and it was a free wheel. You'll see the video on it. Alex rims, DC19s, Shimano hubs. You get these wheels from Quality Bike Parts and they're like not the cheapest wheels, but they're a nice replacement wheel. This is what I call a sport saddle, and it's squishy but not super wide, so comfortable. You don't have to wear bike shorts with it, you know. And then I just do the BikeFarmer treatment, right? These MSW, I can't remember what they call them, Comfort Cruiser city bars, and they're upright with a little bit of sweep, and I like having a little bit more beef on my grips. These are the Grip Shift 400s. These are original. Maybe this isn't SRAM. I thought SRAM made these, but these are the nicer grip shifts, and they just have really good haptics. I like the click on them. Just cheapo levers, but very comfortable. And I think that with the black on black WTB all-terrain tires, I just think it's kind of murdered out and looks dope.
Yeah, this thing is nice.
Oh, and then Odyssey pedals, but these are like $20, you know, nylon pedals. Nothing fancy, but perfect, like slow bike getting around, bomb-proof, absolutely bomb-proof. You could load this up with racks and bags and whatever you'd want. You can tow trailers with it, you know, really wide gearing. Sky's the limit with something like that. Yeah, it's pretty peaceful. Okay, we're gonna hang her right here on the Glacial Drumlin State Trail.
All right.
Hello.
Hey.
But this goes all the way basically from Milwaukee and then out maybe 40 miles past Madison, so almost all of southern Wisconsin. But it connects to like the Badger Trail and a bunch of other ones, and you can just ride these flat trails forever.
Nice. Is this the BikeFarmer mountain biking? We got the BikeFarmer mountain biking. Oh, see, you're a natural. Just ride around the rough stuff. I can say I took you mountain biking. Or no, you took me mountain biking.
Something like that.
Yeah.
One or the other.
All right, we got the bike. Now we just got to see if it fits just exactly perfect. Oh. Oh.
We got a pedal in the spoke. Watch out, folks. This is not good. Big no-no. At least we had a towel. Shit.
There you go.
There we go.